Hey everyone, so this video is going to be 20 fragrances recommended as Christmas gifts for 2015. Now these are all design fragrances, as I find that the day-to-day person doesn't wish or just can't really afford to spend a lot of money on big name niche companies like Creed, your Aqua Parmas, your Bikilians, your Tom Fords, and so on. So that's the reason why that I decided to make this strictly just designer. Now to make it an even number, I had to throw in 2 samples. As I don't have 20 bottles. A few of these are travel atomizers, but for the most part, these are all bottles except for the 2 samples, which let's just get started right now. The first one is actually Dior Cologne from the house of Christian Dior. This is what the bottle looks like. This is a great spring and summertime fragrance. This is your typical fresh, clean, out of the shower kind of fragrance that a lot of the women like. This is the flanker to many. This is one of the many flankers to the original Dior. So that is Dior Cologne. The second sample here is from the house of Valentino, and that is Valentino Romo. Now this is what the bottle looks like. Very different from a lot of the other bottles out there, especially in the designer game. I really like this one. This is a beautiful fragrance that has a really nice hazelnut note, and I believe it has some cacao. It does have a formal, classy, mature feel, but young people could certainly pull this one off very easily. This is pretty much like a dressing, formal, going out type of fragrance, perfect for autumn and winter. Let's get into a travel atomizer from the house of John Varvatos, and that is John Varvatos, the original. Now, I believe that this is the first fragrance from the house of John Varvatos. It's got a really nice plum note. Now, the only problem with a lot of the Varvatos fragrances is that they don't really last long on a lot of people. So really test this one out first. Now, if your spouse, your boyfriend, your brother, your best friend who likes to wear this fragrance quite a bit, hints that he wears it all the time, then by all means get it. I get 8 to 9 hours, so that's very solid compared to what a lot of the other people get. To me, this is signature scent worthy. It's formal, it's casual. It's just so versatile, and I think that this is fall and winter. So John Varvatos, the original, or John Varvatos, John Varvatos. Now the ultimate cheapie and goodie, Nautica Voyage. This is spring and summertime. It's got a green apple note along with some citrus, and I believe it has some musk and some woods. Perfect summertime fragrance. Super casual, lasts a long time. Clean, fresh, out of the shower fragrance. Nautica Voyage. Now the travel atomizer here, and this is Armani Code. Now this is one of the most popular fragrances out there today. It's been around for over 10 years, and this is the original Armani Code. They have so many different flankers. This has tonka bean, citrus, woods, some tobacco. I'd say that this is pretty much fall and winter. Just a great overall compliment getter. It is sexy, it is casual, and I think that you can use it for slightly dressing up. I wouldn't really use this for black tie or tuxedo events. So Armani Code. This one here is a cheapie, and this is from the house of Thallium. This is Thallium Sport. This is spring and summertime. It's got citruses. It's got I believe some woods and some spices. Just an overall pretty decent fragrance, especially for the type of money you're gonna spend on this one. You can get this for about $25 online. So Thallium Sport. The other one here is I think it's pretty sexy fragrance, and it's from Giorgio Armani. That is Emporio Armani Diamonds. You can actually see the reflection in the top here. So this is, I find, spring, autumn, and I think possibly winter. This is pretty much a going out type of fragrance. It's got a pretty decent cacao note. It is sexy, and it's pretty. I just think, like, overall, this is one of the best going out fragrances in my opinion when it comes to designer fragrances. So Emporio Armani Diamonds for men. This one here is a cheapie, and depending on what your tastes are, a goodie. Now this is Perry Ellis Portfolio Black. This is actually the clone to 1 Million from Paco Rabanne. Now with a name like Portfolio Black, you would think it's going to be a little heavy, like with woods, some tobacco, vetiver, patchouli, that sort of bit. Absolutely not. So I was quite surprised when I first sprayed this, just because I'm not a fan of 1 Million, but I know that a lot of people would like this one, and it's so close to 1 million, and I have worn this for testing purposes on a few occasions, and it's very sweet. It is loud, and it does last a very long time. I get a consistent 8 to 10 hours with this one. So I would say that this is pretty much like a going out fun time type of fragrance. So spring, fall, and probably winter. So Perry Ellis Portfolio Black, and you can also get this for $20 at Ross, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, that sort of it. From the house of Ferragamo, or Salvatore Ferragamo, and this is Aqua Essencial Blue. Now this is spring, summer, and possibly fall. It's got a lot of lavender, like I mean a lot. It's got citrus, pepper, and other notes. It's got some woods in the dry down. I like it. You know, I think this is signature scent worthy. Sorry, my mouth's a little dry. Especially for the older guy out there. That's, you know, someone who's in his 30s. I would think that this is pretty much like an office type of fragrance, you know. So I like it. You know, it definitely caught me by surprise. So that is Aqua Essenziale Blue from Salvatore Ferragamo. This one just came out last year, and this is a little travel atomizer from Thierry Mugler, and this is Pure Wood. I find that this is pretty much like a day-to-day fragrance for somebody out there. That's just, you know, like a casual kind of thing. You can wear this to the office. It is decent. I like it. It's got a really nice oak note, along with some vanilla. I don't know some of the other notes. I did a review of this one. Just don't know when it's going to come out. But yeah, Thierry Mugler's Pure Wood, and I'd say that this is fall and winter. One of the most popular fragrances out there to this day, Hugo Boss bottle. It's got I find it's got a really nice green apple note, some cinnamon, some vanilla, some citrus. I like this one. It's been around since the 90s, and even though it's been around for a long time, you know, it's still going strong. I think that an everyday person would really like this one. So I'd say that this is spring and fall. So Hugo Boss bottled. Another cheapie here, and it's from Perry Ellis, and this is Perry Ellis Night. Now, because of the bottle's black and everything, you know, and just from the name, you would think that it's a little formal. Not really. This is pretty much like a daytime fragrance as well. I say spring and summertime. It's got a blood orange note. Some of the other notes I'm not exactly sure. You can actually get a gift pack for $20. So I actually got a gift pack of this, which is a 100 ml, along with a little mini. It came with some body wash and some aftershave for $20. So Ross, TJ Maxx, you can get this for about $30, $35 online. So Perry Ellis Night. Another wintertime fragrance from the house of Lacoste, and that is Lacoste Pour Homme. Now this is a very casual fragrance. That's pretty much just a day-to-day fragrance. You can use this for work, date, you know, just anything casual, and you can use it for something that's maybe a little semi-formal, but not too much. It's got the main notes that I get are rum, plum, and vanilla. So it lasts a really long time. Very different from a lot of the other Lacoste fragrances out there. So Lacoste Pour Homme. This one here, Last Travel Atomizer. This is from Vince Camuto, and that is Solaire. I'm not exactly sure the pronunciation, but I've only worn this a few times around the condo, as I got this at Macy's when I was in Atlanta a few months ago. And this is more of a summertime fragrance. It's pretty much like your clean, fresh fragrances. Is an aquatic? Not exactly sure, but it's definitely got a lot of citrus, and I do like this one. So Vince Camuto Solaire. Now the last 5 here, let's go with this one here. Definitely have to, this is one of the most complimented fragrances, and women do love this one, guys. Bleu de Chanel. Please do not mind the ringtone in the background. That's just my Facebook. So this is Bleu de Chanel, one of the most complimented fragrances that you'll probably ever, like one of the best that you'll probably ever get. You know, this is spring and summertime. It's got citrus, pepper. Some people will say that this is an all-year fragrance, but you know, it really depends on the individual. But yeah, one of the best. Women really do like this one, guys. So if you have not smelled this one, get your nose on it. So Bleu de Chanel. A cheapie here from the house of Banana Republic, and that is Wild Blue Noir. This little 1 ounce cost me $7 at Ross a few weeks ago when I was in Chicago. You can get about this one for about $25 for a 50 or a 100 ml. This is spring and fall, and I'd say summer nights out. You know, this is like a going out fragrance in my opinion. It's got chocolate, it's got some, I believe. Some citrus, some woods, and some leather from what I was able to smell. It's not bad, not the best, but for someone who's on a budget, I think that this would be a pretty decent fragrance. So, Banana Republic Wild Blue Noir. This fragrance here I think is a great winter fragrance, and it's actually from the house of Dunhill, and that is Dunhill Desire. This has a red apple note, some vanilla. I believe it has some cinnamon, but it certainly has some woods. It's a fun, flirty, casual, festive kind of fragrance. It is sweet, and it's a little cloying if you over apply. This is a great winter fragrance, but I do think that you can use it on colder days in the autumn. You can get this for as low as $30, $35 at your Ross, your TJ Maxx. That's how much I paid for this one. So that's Dunhill Desire. This is one of my very favorites out there, and that is from the house of Ferragamo, or Salvatore Ferragamo, and that is F Black. Just a great sheepy that's very versatile. It's casual, it's classic, great signature scent worthy fragrance. You can use this pretty much for any kind of event. It's got a lot of lavender, pepper, and citrus. You know, compared to this one here, this is fall and winter, while this one is spring and summertime. So definitely, like, for 35 bucks and a 100 ml, you're definitely getting a great fragrance. So F Black from Salvatore Ferragamo. And the last two, let's go with this one here from the house of Yves Saint Laurent, and that is La Nuit de l'Homme. Now, this one comes with a bit of a condition. So the original formulation, which this is great. The new formulation apparently is not so great, from what I'm told. It's got a lot of cardamom, some citruses, some cacao. It really dries down to a really nice, sexy, powdery vibe. This is pretty much fall, winter, and you can use it for like your spring and summer nights out, really. This is a going out, night out fragrance. Dates, sexy fragrance, like just sexy time, whatever, guys. So La Nuit de l'Homme from Yves Saint Laurent. And the last one in this list is from Ferrari, and that is Ferrari Bright Neroli. Now, a lot of people are going to kind of look down upon this one because it is Ferrari, and they have made some pretty abysmal fragrances when they first came out, but they really put a lot of time, effort, and money into their new line. You know, these are just great fragrances that Ferrari's coming out with. And this is actually the clone to Tom Ford Neroli Portofino. This is just 1/3 the price tag. This got a lot of neroli, hence the name. Also a shit ton of citrus. Like, I mean, a lot of citruses along with some orange blossom. I really like it. It's very close to Neroli Portofino, just a little bit more toned down, and it lasts just as long. So you can get this one for about $110 Canadian, while I think Neroli Portofino goes for about $250 to $300. So this is Ferrari Bright Neroli. Now, guys, that's it for 20 fragrances recommended as Christmas gifts. I will see you later. Take care. Merry Christmas, and bye.